Hey folks, so a lot of people are going to be playing Fallout 4 this week, and a lot of people who have never played a Fallout before. Folks who break like 4 bobby pins on every lock, use the laser musket for the entire game, and still don't know what jet is for. But if you're like me and you've been around the wasteland or two, then Fallout 4 has a difficulty mode that you may want to take a look at. It's called survival mode, and last week I sacrificed myself to playing it for 10 hours to give you guys a heads up on just how hard it is and whether or not it's worth your time.
May it serve you well in battle.
Okay, first things first, this really shouldn't be called survival mode because the normal aspects of what we've come to expect of a survival mode in 2015 are not here. In fact, gone are many of the additions that Obsidian added to the franchise in New Vegas' hardcore mode. You may remember that in hardcore mode you needed to sustain yourself with food and water while making sure you got enough sleep. You had to use special items to restore limbs, and companions could be killed in combat. Well, none of this is in Fallout 4's survival mode. Survival mode simply does some things to make the game a lot harder. First of all, you're going to take a lot more damage and give out less. This is mostly going to be a problem when you encounter packs of enemies. In Fallout 4, feral ghouls and mole rats frequently attack in packs, and often unexpectedly. Ensuring you have enough AP to VATS when they swarm you is important, but so too are bullets. Fallout players are used to having to scrounge around for ammunition, but even abundant ammo like 10mm rounds can be hard to come by in survival mode. Not just because the game is hard, but because you're not going to be spending as much time getting into potentially lucrative firefights. It takes bullets to get bullets, and while on normal difficulty Fallout 4 presents you with firefights which can often prove worthwhile, engagements in survival mode can be so taxing that you find yourself avoiding them. And this is basically the loop of survival mode, what is essentially an exercise in decision making. You can't afford not to get into battles which may net you better gear and weaponry, but in survival mode you have to pick your battles and make sure you're damn prepared for them. Invest in stim packs, use chems in battle, buff out and psycho for taking hits, and jet for giving it. Try and ensure you have one decent long-range weapon. Invest in perks that complement rifles, general endurance, or better still, charisma so you can avoid battles completely. The name of the game is resisting damage, because stim packs are going to take longer to heal you in survival mode. Oh, and in case that wasn't enough, in survival mode the frequency by which you encounter legendary enemies is also increased. These are tougher than normal enemies, which each have a unique piece of gear. These guys are bullet sponges that may not be worth the bother. Don't be afraid to walk away and live to fight another day. There's no doubt about it, life in survival mode is tough, and I certainly wouldn't recommend it for a first run through of the game, because a lot of the subtle mechanics and rules of this world are going to be fresh to you when you first get out of the vault. Also, some of the main quest boss fights become arduous unless you've been really taking care of your progression. But for those of you who are looking to play the game multiple times, it's an added challenge for those of you looking to have a more testing second or third playthrough. For more Fallout 4 tips, make sure you check out GameSpot's Fallout 4 show, and in the meantime, for all your Wastelander needs, stay tuned to GameSpot.com.